Hello, welcome to the Happy Place to Grow, where we are joining together once again to talk about a special day coming up soon called Veterans Day. In our last video time together, we learned about what a veteran is and why we honor and celebrate our veterans always in the month of November 11th to be specific. We learned how important the people are that serve in our armed forces. Let's see, can you remember what they are? The 5 branches that we talked about? Let's name them together. The Army, Navy, the Air Force, Marines. What's that last one? The Coast Guard. Excellent. You were really paying attention. Now we're thinking about our veterans, and in our last video, I also shared with you my favorite veteran, my dad, who served in World War II. That was fun to share with you. I'm so proud of him and his bravery. We're thinking about a veteran who is someone that worked in the armed forces. Veterans are brave. And we talked about that veterans sometimes are parents. And I wanted to show you this little newspaper I shared with you in the last video, a different newspaper, but I wanted to share with you how much work it takes. The veterans, the people that work in the armed forces have to train, they have to get up early, they have to be very disciplined because they're facing hard situations, and they train their bodies and minds to focus and to do the job that they need to do. Sometimes people in the armed forces are moms and dads. And so today I'm going to share with you a story about a dad like my dad who served in the armed forces. Of course, when my dad served, I wasn't born yet. So I can't even imagine if you're a young kid and your parent is bravely going off into the military. Sometimes they have to travel to faraway lands and face dangerous situations. And in our last video, we learned that the children in that news article, both of their parents served and had to go away for 9 months, and they stayed with their grandparents. So not only were the parents brave, but the children too. This story is called Hero Dad. I love this story because it compares the military workers and what they use to superheroes. Now, superheroes are like Spider-Man, The Flash, Batman, Batwoman, Wonder Woman. They're fantasy characters, and they're fun to watch, and they can do amazing things that are often make-believe. So in this story, Hero Dad, we're going to find out about all the special equipment that some of our military forces use. This military dad is in the Army, so these would be things that special equipments that kind of make him like a superhero. So in this story, there's a comparison to the things that superheroes use and the military people used. And it's told to us by a young boy whose dad is in the military. So I want you to sit back and enjoy Hero Dad, especially maybe if your parent is in the military. And at the beginning, it shows he's at the mailbox. He's either getting or mailing a letter to his dad. Oh, yeah, he got a letter from his dad. Because, look, there's his company. You know, when you're in the military, you serve with a group of other people, men or women, and you get really close. They're your buddies. You have to trust them, and you have to work together as a team. That's one thing I like about those that serve in the military. They have to work together and do teamwork, and they have to build that. They can't just be selfish. All right, here we go. My dad is a superhero. And there he is saying bye to his dad. He's in his camo uniform. He doesn't wear rocket-propelled boots. He wears army boots. So again, we're comparing superheroes to our military heroes. He can't fly. Well, sometimes he can. So he's not like Superman, but he can fly out of an airplane if he's dropped with a parachute, as my dad was going to have to be when he was on a plane. He doesn't have X-ray vision. He has night vision. Now, this is a cool invention that I don't think was around when my dad was in the military over 70 years ago, where you can see, have these special goggles and you can see at night. And this is what it looks like with night vision. You can see objects in the night, because sometimes you have to do battles or campaigns in the military where you're working in the dark. So special gear is needed. That's pretty cool. He doesn't drive a super powered car. He drives a tank. This is a really cool invention. It can go on land. It is very solid. It can protect you from lots of dangerous gunfire. Pretty cool. And it has these special wheels that can help it to move across the land. It can go on different kinds of landscapes, if it's rocky or it's bumpy or hilly. Amazing. He doesn't wear a cloak that makes him invisible. He wears camouflage. So he is invisible, but just in a different way from a superhero. It's fun to think about all of the cool tools and uniforms and equipment that the military uses, and they have to be trained in it. So that's another part of what they have to do. They go off to basic training. They do exercising. They get up at a certain time every morning. They have to make their bed. Yeah, they have to make their bed. Their barracks has to be clean. Someone comes in and inspects. Their bed has to be super straight. Would you be able to do that? Then they have to go out and they have to train. And I don't know, but I don't know how the food is in the military. You think it's good, or do you think it's basic? He doesn't carry a laser gun. He carries a rifle. So again, we're talking about the armed forces, and it's sad to think about that we do sometimes face those that want to do us harm and want to bring harm to our land and to us, and or to other people in the world. And our military, they're trained to use weapons to protect and keep those people in our country and other countries safe from those that would bring harm and destruction. And we don't like to think about that, but we have to be prepared, and the military is prepared by being trained properly to use weapons. He doesn't have a sidekick. He has a platoon. That's the group of people that serve with him, their friends, their partners, their teams. And this was a picture I showed. This would be my dad's platoon. It's pretty cool. Sometimes he goes away for long trips, but that's what superheroes have to do. I love how this young boy, even though he misses his father, he understands how important it is for his father to serve and protect. And he's willing to share his dad, his superhero dad. He's very proud of him. My dad is an American soldier. Now, notice this yellow ribbon around the tree. If you have a yellow ribbon or see a yellow ribbon, that means somebody is waiting for a person in the military or who's had to go away on a long journey to come home. The ribbon stays there until they come home. There used to be a song, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Oh, that is such a good story. My dad is a hero, my superhero. And there he is with his dad. He's so proud. Would you be proud if your dad or mom served in the military, would you be a little afraid? I would. If I were alive when my dad had to go and serve in World War II, I definitely would have been worried about him. But I love this story because it helps me to understand that some men and women are in the armed forces. They do have families, and I definitely want to think about them on Veterans Day, salute and honor them, and thank them for their service, and thank the brave children that allow us to share their parents their parents with us in the military. I hope you've enjoyed Hero Dad, and I hope you've learned a little bit about what they use and how they use their special equipment. All right, I want you to join me for our next video in this Happy Veterans Day series. It's going to be called Hero Mom, because sometimes moms serve in the military too. So I can't wait to share this one with you. So be watching for Hero Mom. And as always, salute a veteran and have a good one.